Joel touched on something that just really triggered me. And, you know, there's so many people out there in the United States that they identify this disease as who they are, rather than getting rid of it, taking it head on, like, hey, I'm not living with this. I'm moving on. This is not a part of who I am and what I'm going to deal with. And that leadership thing, I think, for fathers is a big step, because, you know, if we take charge of our own life and give that example to our children and wife, then that whole household is going to change and shift and to make healthier decisions for themselves.
Yeah, it's such a great point. I was just on a podcast the other day and we were talking about, well, how do these things called habits, how do they stick? How do they stick? And I said, well, they don't stick until it becomes your identity. It just becomes a part of who you are. And so, you know, and the example I love to give is, if I were to ask you guys, hey, Shawn, Janet, you guys, would you like a cigarette? Your response would be, no, thanks, Joel. I don't smoke. That'd be your response. Thank you, but I just don't even do that, right? Now imagine a person who just is in the process of quitting smoking. Their response most likely would be, "Oh no, thanks. I just quit, and I'm working on not doing that anymore." You see the difference? The difference is in identity. One identity is like, that's not even, I wouldn't even consider that. Like, thanks, but no thanks. The other one is like, I'm working, I'm trying. Right. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying there's a little nuance there. And I tell people the same thing. Like, I couldn't imagine going a day not working out. It's not, and I don't even work out a lot. I do like 10 to 20 minute workouts every day, but I'm just consistent about it. And so it's the same thing, Janet, you're talking about even with your marriage. I even asked my wife, I said, what do you think one of the biggest problems you see in just first responders and marriage, and based on our marriage? And she said identity. That was exactly what she told me. She said identity, because the identity of like, I am a cop. This is what I do. Therefore, this is how I act. And this is how I need to provide. And I remember when I was first a police officer at 25 and I was in Oakland, I thought I was the baddest man on the planet. You know, I thought like if I went into a party or a room or just, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an Oakland police officer. Everyone would gasp and be like, wow, like, tell me more. Is it dangerous? I'm like, yeah, actually it is. And it was always fun and exciting to talk about. And I kind of wore that as a badge of honor, even if I wasn't getting sleep, even if I wasn't spending time with my family and kids. Oh, I got called in again today. Cool. But like secretly, I'm like, yeah, like that's cool, because I'm an Oakland cop, you know. Top 5 dead, you know, city in the world for like in the nation for crime and danger and violence. So I thought it was pretty cool. But that identity, like you said, that can really strip you from being able to see in a more global aspect of like what else is going on, because you're so narrow focused on this is who I am, therefore this is who I need to be.